Welcome to Tacos, Tequila, Therapy, and the Tea, of course, with your girl P. I'ma tell y'all, this is a podcast about everything from beauty to life to love to motivation. If you are looking for a little uplifting spirit or you need to know something about that beauty industry, you confused about what to do with your hair, you have come to the right place. Let's get to it. Join me on the Tea with P. Hey, ladies and gents, misses and misters. Welcome back to Tacos, Tequila, Therapy, and the Tea with P. First, I want to say thank you to all who have shared, download, subscribe, and those of you who have been sticking around and listening with your girl. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And I just wanted to start out with that to say thank you. Thank you. Because, your girl be random as hell. Like, I'm just out here like, what in the world? But I thank y'all for being on this journey with me. And I am super grateful, as always. But today's tea with P would be things that have been driving me crazy lately, of things that I hear. And part of it is, as being an entrepreneur and a businesswoman, it's borderline sheer embarrassment to say that I'm an entrepreneur right now at times. Because you have so many people out here wanting to be entrepreneurs, and I love it. I love the spirit of ownership. But the reality of it is that we have a lot of entrepreneurs out here with a consumer mindset. So they start a business, but you still think like a customer. And you function like a customer. And that shit is embarrassing. Because then we have the conversation of customer service. How do we run a business? What does that look like? And you hear the complaints. And this is across the board. Now, I'm a hairstylist. I have the salon. That's what it is, right? But this conversation, as with anything, goes from if you have a boutique to a restaurant to any business that you start up where you are selling a product or providing a service to people. And you have the mindset that you're going to function in your business as you would as a customer of a business. Because remember the last time we chatted that the customer isn't always right? Exactly. Some people don't really know how to be customers. And so imagine if you base your entrepreneurship or your business, whatever that might be, off what you feel from your perspective a customer would want. We out here messed up. Like when you hear things like, I was on my way to an appointment and she just canceled my appointment. No word, no conversation. You just get a notification that your appointment is canceled. It's not that you're late because you're trying to abide by the rules, which the business has set, but you don't even get the courtesy of a call. And there's a lot of businesses out here that feel like, hey, I like the hands-out approach of I don't really want to talk to people too much. I want to provide a service. I want to provide the product. That's why I'm online, but I don't really want to deal with the people. And that's easier said than done when your livelihood is based on those people's purchase, visit, buying your food, whatever that might be. And when we open up these businesses, whether you're a solopreneur, you have a business where you're providing jobs for other people, it requires for you to deal with the people. Entrepreneur, because you eat because of the people. The people who buy the product, purchase it, wear it, eat it. It doesn't matter. We got to deal with the damn people. But if you have a consumer mindset that I like to shop online, I don't like to deal with the damn people, and you don't know how to deal with the damn people, we got a problem. And I don't know if y'all hear the level of frustration and how crazy that sounds, but that's how it goes sometimes. And it's like things that I'm hearing are like absurd. It's like, what the hell? You had those moments, and I know I'm not the only one to be like, what the hell is that? It makes you question your whole being at times, right? So another example of, this is a story and this is not of my own, but it was something that I heard that I was like, this is embarrassing. Y'all gonna have to make me take a little sip on this one because This was like, what in the world? And maybe it's an old school way of thinking, but this is the story. You come in and this is the way it was given. Right? So, hey, I need your professional opinion. And it was like my last check, when I go to her, she has her rules like if you're late, you have your late fees, things like that. Got it. I believe in boundaries. I believe in rules. People need guidelines. She said, you'll be charged if you're late, but more often than not, she is late. But there's nothing given to the customer if she's late, maybe not even a notification. Well, the update to that, like that was the beginning part of it. But then it was the situation of this one appointment. She was really late. And then she comes in, and this is the start of the day late. And she's having a conversation with her customers. Mind you, she was already late for the appointment herself to say that, yes, I was out drinking with my friends and I had to get myself together because I had a hangover. And my friend wasn't doing that great. So she's vomiting. She's not doing well today. And if I was like her, I would have just had to cancel y'all appointment. What the hell? For one, if that even happened, keep it to yourself. That is not something that you would share with the customer. Like, girl, I would have just canceled you because you know what? I'm running a business, but yeah, I would have just canceled you. And I'm like, who the hell says that? Who says that to someone as if it is okay? You run a business. That does not belong in your business. That was the day she should have sucked it up because she made a choice in her life to have fun. And I'm not saying, girl, go live your best life. But when it comes down to making the money and running the business, that behavior right there is of a consumer mindset that it's okay. Because you know what? You either going to give me your money or you're not. And then the question is that do you still want to give someone like that your money? Because this is the behavior and this is what you're getting. Have you ever gone to a business, and typically it happens in smaller businesses, not necessarily in maybe sometimes your larger companies or corporations, but you have a small business and they have hours that they have on their website, they have hours that they have on Google. And you go by their hours of what you see posted and you show up and they're not there. I have gone to a business that clearly had hours on their site and have gone to the door trying to get there when they opened and literally like they're not there. And the business next door, he just happens to be coming out to get something out of his car. The business person next door, I guess he owned the place. He was like, yeah, they don't normally come in at this time. They'll come in about an hour and a half. What? What's the point of telling me you even gonna be here? That makes no sense. Change the hours if there is a problem with you getting there. It has been like, whoa. But I love that you have people who have skill sets and talents, and it's amazing. And I do believe, like, wholeheartedly go live your dreams of ownership and do your thing. But take a damn class on business. Take a customer service class because they are out there of how to be the best you while you are providing your art, your craft, your passion. Because there are some people who are super creative and they have the talent, but they do not know how to run a business or even manage people. And they think because, oh, I know how to be a customer. Because remember, we learned that some people don't know how to be customers. Every customer is not nasty. Some poor customer actions come even with a smile because they think that it's okay. And that just irritates the hell out of me to be thinking like, why do we have these businesses functioning like this? Like when you open it up and you hire family, your family still needs to be trained. What standard would you like to have in your business and you abide by that? Set a standard for your business, not just to make the money, not just to sell your product, but how do you deal with the people to sell your product, to eat your food, to wear the hairstyles that you provide, to have them as repeat customers. So if someone tells someone else about you because you do great work and you're professional, It's surprising the hell out of me about so many conversations about poor entrepreneurship from the business, like just how they function and very inconsistent. And so when they do encounter someone of professionalism with standards and time standards, the customer is so damn confused and feel like, why you got to have all these rules and regulations, and why are you on time? Why are you not? Because they're so accustomed to the shit that's being put out. Because if we open a business, we have to know customer service. Take a class. We have to have a class on this. How do you keep the people? How do you stay sane yourself with your boundaries? What is the standard of your business of practice of excellence for you? What would you like to put out there? And this is how you abide by. So even if you hire somebody that works for you, they work within the parameters of excellence. But if you have the owner of the business, the salon, the restaurant, who clearly has poor time management, poor money management, everything, what do you think is going to happen and it trickle down to your employees, down to your customers? Because even if you own a business where you have employees, they're your first customers of your product. They are the first customers. And then the people coming by are the ones after that. So you have to start with the people that work with you. Hey, this is how I would like it to function. These are the timelines. This is your script. This is what we do. There is a standard of practice. We have a system in place. If you are the one who loves to cook, you got the recipes down. You know how long it takes to do something. Somebody else might need to be your manager if that's not your strong suit. Someone you know that could probably start it on time and allow you to do the craft. I have worked in establishments where you have the person of power, the person of ownership. They have the talent to do the skill of the business. Be it, hey, I know how to move these packages. I know how to deal with these pets. I know how to cook the food. I know how to do hair, but I don't know how to talk to people because you never took a class on it. Because you do have some people who are entrepreneurs, but they have never managed anybody and barely worked in other places where they had to be responsible for something. They were a worker. Some people think that, being a business owner, that's got to be easy. It should be easy. I don't know who thinks it is. Is you're always on. You're always having to be considerate of your workers, of the customers coming in. This job is not easy. And don't let it be where you're having to perform the service, perform your craft, be it a chef or a hairstylist, a barber. You are the designer of the clothing and you're actually crafting, designing, putting it together. Like, that's a lot. When you're trying to pull the information out of a client of what they want, a customer, but you also have to be within the time frames and the parameters to provide a service. I mean, why in the world do we think Chick-fil-A does so well? They have a whole script that everybody must abide by so they have consistency. The employees are actually happy. But you go into a business where you're like, damn, my boss is crappy because he or she, right? Because it's also males and females, right? They don't even know how to talk to people because they don't even know how to manage people. The idea sounds great, but the execution is poor because you don't know the details, because the details matter. And it may sound like I'm rambling, but these are all the things that behind the scenes as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as everything that we have to consider. And that's the details to provide the best customer service and be the best business that you put out. And when we think about like having a consumer mindset, I think about the example of like an influencer, right? An influencer is a person who consumes products, talks about it, reviews, like, hey, this is where you should go, this is what you should do. So the actual craft of it is an influencer is a consumer, period. They make money off of being a consumer. When we think about the entrepreneurship side of an influencer, you have the fact that, hey, business contracts, reading over them, getting them back in a timely manner. How do you respond to phone calls? Are you responding to emails? Things like that, like what's your response time? Did you stick within the parameters of your contract? And that is more of the entrepreneur side of an influencer. But those who just like, hey, let me tell you about this product, girl, this lipstick is nice. Oh, you should definitely check out this spa. You're a consumer. They have no clue of what it would take to run a business. You're just purchasing and giving your opinion. That's what consumers do. They purchase, they receive a service, and then they review or have an opinion of how that business functions. Now, from the entrepreneur side, you have to think about what hours will I serve the customer? How will I serve the customer? How long will I take doing that? Should I add 4 cups of flour to make this stretch? How does the taste look? I have to cook for the masses. When does this have to be done by to be able to get it to the customer? And that's a different mindset. But if the customer feels like I can show up when I want to, how I want to, that business runs wonky. If you think that that's the way to run the business, is that the people who come to you should be privileged to have experienced you. But what experience are you providing? You have situations with people where they're taking deposits, but you don't even have an appointment because they don't even have a system in place or even an understanding of how you are booking and what's going on. So you got to go to Cash App to pay the deposit to then secure your appointment to find out if you secured the appointment, but she don't even get back to you in time, he or she. What in the world? What kind of shit is that? To each his own. That's what I'm gonna say. It's to each his own. But still, when I have people who come into me and they like, it's intimidating because I ask questions. And I, as an entrepreneur providing a service, like I have to tell clients all the time, like, ma'am, I don't know you. I have to get to know you. I know what I do, but for me to provide my best service to you, I gotta ask you questions. I love when people come in and be like, yeah, I'm here because you're the professional. Like, girl, I'm not gonna read your mind. I'm not. But it's those who branch out from being customers and wanting to be entrepreneurs. Get help. Take a class. If you are the one doing it yourself, and it can be a lot, it can be overwhelming, but it can be a lot easier if you got the right education to possibly help you. If it's the time management, how to make the money in the right amount of time, what is the image that you want to put out there? There are people who could help you. And it may be a class, it's sometimes a small investment. But take those classes, learn it, because it is a whole different mindset, it is a whole different functioning process to be the best business. It really is forever learning. Being a business owner is forever learning. Just when you think you got it right, you got to go back and try it again. You have to adjust. You got to revamp. You got to look at your products. You got to look at your prices. Like, it is a forever learning journey, forever learning journey. But for anyone who thinks entrepreneurship is something that you can just jump into and be great, sir, ma'am, it ain't that easy. It can be very rewarding and it can be an amazing experience, but it's so much more to it. It's so much more to it. And I love the drive. I love what I see because you have so many talented people taking control of their life and being trailblazers in what they do. But they are trying to run a business with a consumer mindset, and that is sad. Take a class. And on that note, that's my thought on that. And I know it has been this whole customer service, entrepreneurship, business series, however you want to put it. But this is what's been on my mind. And when I hear this foolishness, it does make me like, what the hell? What in the world is going on here? And this comes from me always having this space of wanting to be better and seeing better. And I have been in some situations in terms of businesses where I have worked and been like, what the hell? I have literally worked for people who have never even managed anybody at McDonald's and decided to open a business, and they ran their business based on their emotions. You have a business owner who literally only has 4 employees, that's 5 of y'all total, and you are the owner and your energy is so poor that you don't even come in and speak to your employees. You don't say hi, goodbye, how you doing today? If you're having a bad day, they came in with that day and they carried it throughout the day. Where it was blaring that your employees would go to the break room if you were on the floor, and on the floor if you were in the break room, because they would avoid your energy and would not talk to people for days as if that is okay. And that's how you led your business. That is a owner with a consumer mindset of it's okay. And that energy of being at the top and being in the space and not knowing how to govern your emotions and separate business and personal, says a class needed to be had of management, managing people, managing business. Because you can't show up to work every day thinking like a consumer, like it's okay. You got too many people to deal with and too many people to serve. Because entrepreneurship is service to others while we make money doing what we love. And so if anyone who is listening needs help with this is something that I am truly, truly passionate about. If you have a friend that could use some help in business, and it doesn't have to be salon related, right? But things that I do offer is how to train the people, find the systems, make it work, providing the best customer service. And this is something that I am passionate about and I love, and I help many people with this to increase numbers, to grow in business this way. And my thought on this is like, I want my people to be great, but I want it to be easy. It can be easier. And sometimes it's just a conversation. But classes are available for this one-on-one. I can come in, help to see where you are and things that we can do to adjust to make it easy, to make it fit for your business. And so with that said, thank you guys for being on this rant of, foolishness. That we got to do better as a people and what we choose and how we treat others and how we are functioning. But don't out here being an entrepreneur with a consumer mindset. Please and thank you. Take a class. Learn something new. You can always reach out to me on Instagram, Patrice Star, and go into the DM. Hit me up on the website, www.thedesignstudiomd, like Dr. Maryland.com. Send me a message. You need some help. And this is no judgment. I know I was judging before, but now, if you need some help, I would love, 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 love to help you provide an experience for your customers. Why not? You can DM me. I'm on Facebook as well. You can hit me up at the Design Studio. I see the messages. I get them. Refer a friend. You know someone who needs help. You got a couple people that want to get together and devise a plan. Sir or ma'am, let's do this. Let's provide excellent service as entrepreneurs. And so with that said, I just want you guys to know that one of my favorite people in business, and it was just how he thought and the way he had overcome things, said, success unshared is failure. Thank you, John Paul DeJoria. And I'll leave it at that. Let me know. And I will talk to you guys next time on Tacos, Tequila, Therapy, and the Tea with your girl, Patrice B. Thanks for spending your time with me. I know that you got options that you couldn't have been anywhere else, but you chose to listen to your girl today. Don't forget to follow on all of your listening platforms. Share the episode. Tell a friend. Come on back. You can follow me on Instagram under Patrice Star, or the salon, which is the Design Studio _MD. I do have a website, and that is the Design Studio MD, and that MD is like Maryland or doctor.com. And we are on all of your listening platforms. We'll see you on the next Tuesday for some tacos, tequila, therapy, and the tea. Till next time.